Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books from Book of the Month Club and beyond. I'm your host, I'm Renee, my co-host, Raina. And today, she has new treats. So she was very excited to be part of the video. So let me get her a treat and we'll get started. So what I have today is my review of this month's Book of the Month for July. And this is House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen. She's a repeat author for the Book of the Month, and this book is an early release. It actually comes out on August 6th, and it's a work of contemporary fiction. The genres would be mystery, psychological, thriller, suspense. The author has written 4 other suspense novels as a co-author and is also the solo author of another thriller called Gone Tonight. She's very active in animal rescue in India, where she actually goes to work with street dogs. Raina is very excited about that because Raina was a street dog, not in India. She was a street dog in Puerto Rico. But yeah, that makes Raina very happy. So basically, this book involves a family, and the family is comprised of the mother, Beth, a father, his name is Ian, and his mother, who lives with them for health reasons, and her name is Harriet. And then Beth and Ian have a child, Rose, who is 9 years old. And as the story opens, we find out that their live-in nanny, Tina, has recently deceased. Horrifically, now the death has been investigated as a possible murder. But no one is claiming to know much that is conclusive one way or the other. So nothing was proven, but it wasn't disproven either, murder or accident. And there are some strange circumstances surrounding the nanny that make the investigators even more suspicious. One interesting thing is that the husband, Ian, was having an affair with the nanny at the time of her accident. So both Ian and Beth were having problems in their marriage, even previous to the nanny incident. And certainly now that the affair has come out, they are planning to get a divorce. Now the question is the custody of their daughter, Rose, and what would be best for her. So considering that Rose is a 9-year-old, she could, to some extent, speak for herself. However, since Tina's accident, now remember that was her nanny, Rose has been unable to speak, and her diagnosis is traumatic mutism. So the story unfolds from the first-person perspective of a child therapist who has been assigned by the court to represent Rose and her best interests during the divorce. And this therapist is named Stella Hudson, As Stella delves further now into the family dynamic, we learn that there is a lot that has been left unsaid by this family, and not just by Rose. There's some things going on, and it gets a little bit creepy at times. Now, the house itself in the book is named House of Glass, but ironically, there's no glass in the house. All the drinking glasses are plastic. All the windows have been replaced with plexiglass, and all the glass has been removed from the picture frames. Now, the reason for this is that Rose has become obsessed with sharp objects and hoarding weapons. Rose becomes more desperate even with this, and a little more creepy with her behaviors as Stella closes in on the truth, and Rose begins to act out towards Stella by being uncooperative and even at times aggressive with her. Stella has her own childhood issues, and they rise even further and further to the surface as she pushes Rose harder and harder to uncover the truth. So that is the basic plot of the story. And what did I think of House of Glass? Well, it is, as I think I said, the first book I've ever read by this author, but it probably won't be the last. I did like the book. It is, after all, one of my favorite genres. I will admit that. I do like the thriller. So particularly I like a psychological thriller and, a domestic thriller when it involves a family who, really won't say much about what's gone on and are obviously, hiding secrets that are deeper than what is said. I like that format, and it usually holds my attention. So this book, I gave 4 stars on Goodreads. I would actually rate it maybe slightly lower if I could give fractions, maybe a 3.7 or a 3.8. So it's good average. It'll definitely occupy your mind on a rainy day for sure. And for people who like thrillers, I think, yeah, this is a good author who I'm glad I discovered. On Goodreads, the book is rated slightly higher than 4. It's a 4.09. One criticism I had to agree with was that some people kind of felt like Stella's character could be maybe developed a bit more, that her voice seemed a bit flat, and they kind of wished there was a little bit more background to make her past seem a little more meaningful with the story that's happening today. And I have to kind of agree with that, but overall, the book was very well received, and most people seem to think it was a solid thriller, as I did. So that is House of Glass. If you like my book reviews, then please take a look at some of my other recent videos. I've done several actually deep dives this month where I talk about one book for the whole video. I do these as spoiler-free as what I can and still get some of the point across in terms of what's going on in the book, so you can make a decision as to whether or not you think it's something that you might like. So this month first, I reviewed Razorblade Tears. This was done as a tag team review with my partner, Donna. She read this in June, and I read it in July. So we did that as a tag team review together. I also reviewed A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. This was one of the banned books that I read this month. And then later in the month, I reviewed Beloved by Toni Morrison. This was done just the other day, also a banned book. I actually read both of those banned books for the month of June, but I didn't complete the review until July. So I'll put links to all 3 of those reviews in my description box, and please take a look if you're interested in any of those. And now we're already nearing the end of July, so soon I'll do my monthly wrap-up, and I'll be sharing my reading plans for August, and I just can't believe how quickly the year is passing. So, as always, if you like my content, don't be shy. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you are really motivated then please introduce yourself in the comments. I've had a couple of people do that recently, and it's great. It's great to hear that, you know, maybe they just read something that I talked about recently, or they like the same type of books that I do, or they're going to try out a book on my recommendation. You know, that's what the channel is for. So let me know a little bit about yourself if you haven't already done so. And also, thanks to my co-host for waiting patiently while we get through this. It's always fun to have her along on a video. So thanks, Raina. Thanks for sitting there and looking so pretty. Take care. Have a great day.